Okay, I wanted to make a quick video here to demonstrate Accuware's Label Connector for QuickBooks and its ability to print using sales orders data. So our Label Connector product is sort of extends the functionality of QuickBooks to let you rapidly produce labels by being able to design them in Bartender, but then quickly, without doing much more than entering in the sales order number, we can get data from all of these different fields, including header information, onto a label and quickly produce this to save lots of time and retyping. So you see we've created here this sales order 7003 ahead of time with some line items on it, some header data. Now let's take a look at this in Label Connector. So you can see with our sales order function here, you can just say get order, and what it does, it pulls in that sales order. We even have two entry fields here that you can use to enter data on the fly if you want to, data that's not even in the sales order, to do some prompted type fields. So we pull up the sales order item, the description, and the quantity to print, and so forth. Let's just go ahead and just for testing purposes select this particular item. Now you can see using this function here, you can vary the quantity on a label and the quantity to print to in case you're packaging things in partials of that order. We can edit the quantity to print here as well. So we could just say, okay, let's maybe in this case we'll print 3 labels for this line item. And I've prepared a demo label here, so let's just go ahead and print this particular label, and we'll just call this test 11 here. And right now that just generated a print job in the background to Bartender labeling software. So let's just go ahead and open that up. Okay, you can see here we've generated some labels with a whole bunch of data from that sales order. You can see we pulled in ship date, due date, sales order date, an entry value that we entered right on the screen. We can do the other field from the line items if you configure that in your item. Here we did the quantity on the label value. We left that at to be quantity 1, and it pulled in the unit of measure. We printed quantity of 3 of this label because that's how many were on the sales order, and the item, the description, the ship date, and the customer name and job name at the top of the label, and a logo, and then a return address. So you can see we can easily generate output using Label Connector. And just a quick glance at what we did when we created this label. Let's just look at the design in Bartender. So you can see we have a 4x6 label with all of these variable fields that can be pulled in from QuickBooks. So you can see, and here is the complete list of all of the types of fields that we support for dynamically, quickly pulling data out of sales orders for printing on labels. So hope this spurs your interest in Label Connector for QuickBooks. Again, we can use this for purchase orders, invoices. Also, we can do receipts from within this function, and we can also print from the general items list itself. So if you need to do items to do with the entire items list, we can do that as well. Thanks. Do that.